Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon, Flight Boss, the Archangel URIEL, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucker responsibilities. And, you know, I'm going to explain, like, how I don't think people really understand how deep astrology goes. And it goes way past Egyptian and way past Greek knowledge and things of that nature. And that's what I'm here for. So, you know, I just love and appreciate that I can bring such beautiful knowledge and we can all come together. Now, this is going to explain the importance of your 360. The importance of understanding 360 and rotation. Because you got a lot of people out here teaching now that's, you know, these sciences is not letting you focus on your surroundings in a real way. And this is how you can look at where you're really at from a higher level. Like if you was in the mind of the being you are in as a whole. Now check this out. Everything is dealing with the houses. So long as you know the houses, you can kind of understand location, rotation. You know, rotation is the right brain of it. Location is the left brain of it. You know, so people who don't understand that, the right brain is round, feminine. You know what I'm saying? The left brain is logical, line, linear. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about location, that's distance and giving point of reference and drawing out the shape and form of what's from the right brain. The roundness, the shapeless, formless. You know what I'm saying? The idea of something. So location is left brain, rotation is right brain. So we don't need to be getting lost in either one when we're talking about the shapes of the earths and things of that nature for all y'all. But for the most part, you know, when we're talking about astrology, now you need to learn how to connect with the stars. You need to learn how to connect with the planets. So you don't have to necessarily, you know, keep having to rethink what's going on. You can just go outside and already know. You see what I'm saying? For an example, you don't even need a telescope. We receive the information because the information get filtered from the lower stars. So when we look at the sun and things of that nature, when you see the sun, since that's a closer star, you can see the filtering. So you will know the information whether you had a telescope or not. So you can look at the moon with your two eyes. You can look at the sun. If you know what sign they're in, then you automatically know where Mars is at, where Venus is at, where the rest of these things is at. For an example, like if you was to go see where the planets is at, right? Go see where the sun. Now, it's 7 o'clock. It's like 7 in the morning right now. So the sun is actually in the house of Aquarius right now. Because from 6 to 8 in the morning. So if somebody born right now, they will be an Aquarius sun sign and an Aquarius ascendant sign. You know what I'm saying? All the way until 8 o'clock. Then 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, they will become Aquarius sun Pisces ascendants. But for the most part, we know that the house is in the sun. Where it's at is in the house of Aquarius at this time of the day. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, we know the sun, when anything in that location, look at it like your 360. So anything in the sun location, anything that goes in that direction, anything that's formulated and the frequencies and all the shapes and forms in your reality that's going on in that direction is correlated with the Aquarius energy. You see what I'm saying? Now look at it like this. It's your 360. So your next aim, this is why everything is a world. And you die and transform and go in that world. So, boom, the next direction, right, you know, will be Pisces, right? So everything going in that stream. Boom, this next direction, you know, that's Aries. Boom, this next direction, you know, and it's coming from where you're standing, from a center point, from the world revolving around you. Boom, this will be Taurus. Boom, Gemini. Boom, Cancer. Boom, Leo. Boom, Virgo, all the way until you do a 360, and then you end up at the sun direction, and you know that's Aquarius, right? And that'll be the first house. Now, check this out. This is relative to you. So, regardless of what planet you on, right? The planet, now, say you're on a street, right? Now, that street always looks straight to you. But what's going on down that street may be different. This is why we have different days. So it's the same street, but different shit, aka different frequency vibrations is going on, because the planet, that street, or wherever you at, is facing, or it moved into another space. You see what I'm saying? So, like I was explaining, what was Aquarius, like Aquarius is right, say for an example, Aquarius is right here, right now, because of where the sun at. So say you facing the sun. So the sun is in the Aquarius house. Boom, right? So say the street I'm talking about is to your left. So that would be boom, the Libra house. Boom, the Trine house. That would be the Libra house as far as your direction where you at, right? Now, down that street, right, is in a different location. So it might be the same street to you, but it's truly not. It's different things, different frequency vibrations going on down that street. This is why you're able to understand that you could go certain places and sometimes it be boring, and then you go to the same place and then sometimes it's lit. And you be like, damn, it's lit today. You know what I'm saying? This is why sometimes you can go out and, you know, it ain't that enjoyable, and then sometimes you go out to the same place and it's lit that day. You know what I'm saying? That day, that location might have been in the realm of reality of, say, a firehouse or air house. You see what I'm saying? Then the days that you go out and it was depressing, it might have landed in a house that the location of that place you go out might be in the area of a water house. You know what I'm saying? If it's depressing or emotional, you know what I'm saying? It might be closed. It land on an earth house. You see what I'm saying? It's you got it. So it's all about your 360. So this is how you understand where you at. And once you get into this science, you'll be able to understand also when it's good to go some places and when it's not. Say you the type of person who like to go out to that specific place, but you just like to go there to relax. You don't like to go there when it's all rowdy. So, for an example, let's say that, like right now, the sun is in the sun is in Aquarius as the ascendant, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to move through time throughout the day. The sun moves every 2 hours through each house. So, let's say this shit is like at 10 o'clock at night or some shit like that. So what you will see, what you will understand is, okay, in that location, wherever this house the sun is at, that'll be the house is in. So if we was to calculate it, let's say now 6 p.m. will be 6 p.m. today, the sun will be in the house of Leo at 6 p.m. You see what I'm saying? Then at 8 p.m. it's gonna be in the house of the motherfucking house of Virgo. Then 10 p.m. is going to be in the house of Libra. Then 11 p.m. so this is going to be the between not 11 p.m. but 12 p.m. That's going to be around the time that you go out. 12 p.m. That's going to be around the time that you kind of go out. So now you kind of have a reference of what's going to go on when you go out. Now say when you go out, that street might be in the area, a location under a water house, because we know 12 a.m. at that time it'll be like in a Scorpio energy vibration. You see what I'm saying? It'll be up under the Scorpio vibration. So you know if you go out that day, you know it might be depressing. Or since it's the Scorpio house, something transformative might happen. You know what I'm saying? Something transformative might happen. Something might happen to you that transform you, or a power and control issue. So it may be an aggressive fight. You know what I'm saying? It may be a fight over a relationship, or a fight over some connection, a deep bond with one another. So people may be jumping somebody or something like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? From 2 to 4 in the morning, you may be the one who got your ass kicked, but you gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge from that circumstance and situation. Because at that time, the sun is in motherfucking Sagittarius house. So now it's like that area and location and moved on to the Sag. You see what I'm saying? So now for those 2 hours you go sleep. You know what I'm saying? But you gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge and things of that nature, and you had a motherfucking experience that enlightened your ass. So some knife house shit. You know? And then motherfucker when now 4 to 6 go be the Capricorn house. So you probably was asleep, you know what I'm saying? You probably getting ready to just shit, your bones start aching and shit, and you getting ready to wake up again in the morning and go to work or something like that. Then it's gonna be 6 Then from 4 to 6 o'clock in the morning again, the sun get back in Aquarius, and then the day start all over again. But then you understand what's actually going on. You see what I'm saying? And then you could do that even on a broader level. Stop fucking calling, man. Stop fucking calling. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you can even do that on a broader level. Say you're not looking at it from an ascendant and 2-hour reference. Say you're looking at it from a day reference. So you know today the sun is focused on Aquarius. So everywhere you go to a certain degree is going to be doing certain things Aquarius like. So even if getting to the houses, that's deeper. So when you get to the houses, you'll be able to see what's actually backing and supporting the Aquarius energy. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, the time of the day, it's 7 something in the morning. So you know the sun is around. It's in the Aquarius house. So Aquarius is like it'll be the first house. So for the most part, in the Aquarius house, it'll be like 15 degrees in or something like that, because it started at 0 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it gradually move on throughout the month. You know what I'm saying? So for an example, today is today what, 5 degrees Aquarius or something like that. So let's look at it like it might take 20 minutes. It might take 10 minutes or something like that. It might have to be 6:10 or 6:15 for it to be 0 degrees Aquarius now. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gradually moves on. But for the most part, you know, it's all about time. And then you understand that, for an example, it may be certain places that you go every day, but the experience is different every day. Different shit go on every day, because the location that place that you go in is in a different location. See, everything is moving. So not only is you moving in a different location, the body you are in, which is Earth, is moving in a different location. You see what I'm saying? And then the body is moving. Everything is traveling. And once you understand that, you'll be able to perceive when it's the right time to go to do certain things. When you do something, for an example, you might have to go to court one day, right? And you may be in trouble and you have to go to court. You could kind of consist of what's going to happen in this way. You know what I'm saying? Based upon where the sun is at and what house is in, and based upon the location of the court or the courthouse that you got to go to. The courthouse that you got to go to may be in the direction that you go that's vibrating on the frequency of a water house. You know what I'm saying? Or a firehouse. If it's a firehouse, you know it's going to be fast shit. A lot of fast things going. You may not have to wait as long as you waited before to get to the stand and things of that nature. If it's a water house, you know what I'm saying, it might be long and drawn out. It might be a lot of emotional impact, a lot of illusion. They might have told you one thing, but it wasn't really like that. If it's an earth house, it's going to be straight to the point. Reality. You know what I'm saying? The reality of the cause of the matter of why you down there, and the practical. And you might even think emotions might not ever be involved. You might even accept your responsibility even if you did do something wrong. If it's under earth element, if it's under air element, there's going to be a lot of communication going on. Might even be a delay. Might even be a misrepresentation, like files and folders may get lost or something like that, or the judge may not show up, or someone may call off. You know what I'm saying? All the idea type of realm of realities can play into play when it's under an air frequency vibration. But see, when you know these things, you could kind of have a sense and know what to get prepared for. So when you go down there, you kind of know what to have on your mind and heart when you do your 360. You know what I'm saying? So you could pinpoint the direct energies that you might get attacked by, and pinpoint the direct energies you cause friction by. Because everywhere you go, every space you go into, every realm of reality, it causes friction. Because that space is vibrating on a certain frequency, and you already have a natal alignment. You already have a natal chart. So you're already vibrating on a certain frequency yourself. So when you interact with the day, interact with other people, interact with locations, you're constantly going through friction. You're constantly dying and transforming, aka trying to sustain yourself in that realm. Otherwise, you'll just be a robot person just walking and running into shit. See what I'm saying? But it's like y'all got the life and death confused, when really friction and transforming and dying, that is what y'all call life. See what I'm saying? And being still, stuck, dormant, that's what y'all would call death. But y'all, that's what y'all would call life. Being stuck still, dormant, cutting things off, Ramadan. and all this shit. That's what y'all would call life. It's like the confused level is deep. But for the most part, yeah, I just want y'all to know that, yeah, pay attention to what you're looking at, because you're always looking into something new. Like right now, like I said, I might be looking at, I'm looking at a different frequency vibration. I'm looking at a different frequency vibration right here. I'm looking at a different frequency vibration right here. So knowing where the sun and the house is at, I'm able to know what's going on. So if I know that, then I will understand possibilities. I know it's a possibility for me to trip and fall going in this direction faster than going in this direction. It's like that simple. It's that deep, but it's like that simple, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like that simple, like, because this house may be a firehouse. So I know just walking in that direction, and then this house may be an air house. I know just walking in that direction, I got the possibility of forgetting something faster than walking in this direction. For an example, you may be got something on your mind, right? Then you went upstairs, or you went a certain direction. Then you forgot what you went in that room for. Then you had to retrace back, right? Then when you retrace back and went back to that one specific frequency vibration you was at, aka the location in your house or whatever, boom, it made you remember it again. So it was just the frequency vibrations that you was causing friction with that experience consisted of that information. So when you went back there in that space, you was like, oh, see, but look, when you went in that space, that might have been an air house, so you would have known that. But you wouldn't have forgot what you had to do if you would have walked that way first. You see what I'm saying? It's like it goes that simple, because that way might have been the water house, or that way might have been, you know what I'm saying, the earth house, where it's more practical. So walking in that direction, it's like you think that's simple, but it's really that deep. Or you think that's deep, but it's really that simple. For real. For real. If the ancients knew this, ancient spirits knew this. This was the concept of knowing when to do things, knowing when not to do things, and shit like that. But yeah, I hope I explained that right. You know, but yeah, everything is in a different frequency vibration. So for an example, you may have to go to work today. It's the same place, but what's going to go on at your job is entirely different. You might go to work today, get a lot of gossip. You might go to work today, shit got extra quiet. Shit is everybody quiet. Now you have to take into consideration where the sun and where the house is at. So the area and the direction and the location of your job for that day or those group of hours, you see what I'm saying? It might be transiting through a specific time that it doesn't allow a lot of hyperness and a lot of things of that nature, because you be at work for a group of hours. See, they take your time and experience from you, so you experience a lot of different emotions. These 2 hours you feel this way, next 2 hours you feel the other way, and it gradually changes. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, when you at work, the day may start off very hyper. Everybody may be very hype and shit like that, because it's in a location of fire, in the firehouse. Now as the day go along, y'all all are in the same place, but y'all moving along with the earth also. So as the day go on, the next 2 hours, boom, from the fire slide into the earth house. Boom, everybody getting practical now. Everybody like, all right, let's get work done. All right, boom, boom, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Boom, gradually go on to the next 2 hours. It goes into the air house. Then boom, everybody talking, communicating. You on your 6 to 8 hours ready to get up out of this motherfucker. It's like everybody talking, communicating, getting their shit done, analyzing what they about to do when they go home and shit like that. Or you may have to be at work a lot longer. So if you had to be at work a lot longer, shit, you gonna be on your motherfucking 8 to 10 hour shift. And at that time, your area of where you at and your job is going into a water house. So now it's getting depressing. You're like, oh man, time is going slow. I'm ready to go home. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I need to rest. You know what I'm saying? You start to daydream and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to go home. But look, the next 2 hours from your 8 to 10 hour shift, boom, it's gradually going back into a firehouse. You get hyped. I'm about to go home. Shit, I'm about to go home. Get a drink, smoke shit. I'm about to get off. Then do it again. See what I'm saying? So you know, so you could, if you understand this science, you could kind of know when you about to go to work. You could kind of know how the day already about to start off, because you about to be the only person at work that know thyself. Ain't that some shit? Then you always the center of attention. So, or the center of the world. You are the center of the world. So when you get to work, there's going to be another form of a 360 you got to understand. You know what I'm saying? So you may be in your workplace, then it may be a person who worked in this area, maybe a person who worked in this area, shit, do the shit again in your mind. So you could be like, all right, I know what this motherfucker gonna be on. I know what this motherfucker gonna be on. I know, and then niggas come into your space. See, they coming in your space on what you on. So if it's a person that came from that location that's coming in your space, and you are, and it's coming from a square or a house or something like that, and you already was on it today, like, oh, I don't want to fuck with this person. Boom, they come into your space. So now they about to come cause friction in your space. You see, it's the shit. This is the shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Flame us, bitch. Goddamn air.